All right, guys, what is going on? We got a big day today. We got a lot to do today. Right now, I'm loaded up with the trailer, getting ready to head out, and I got a couple yards to mow that I want to get done before I have some sod being delivered. So yesterday, we kind of took the day and prepped a front yard for a sod job. The sod's going to be delivered today. They said in between 10 and 11. And but I still got mowing to do on the schedule today, so I'm gonna try to go get a couple done before the sod gets here, and then get the sod job done, go hit a few more after that. And I got to make sure I get all this done because my son has a track meet today that I will not miss, and it's about an hour away, so it's going to be kind of an early day. As far as work goes, we won't be working later, nothing like that. So yeah, let me go shut my gate real quick. We'll come back, we'll talk. All right, so every time I back out of my, or not back out, but pull out of my driveway, I'm always thinking I'm going to scrape, but I haven't yet, so that's definitely a good thing. The trailer, it sits pretty low to the ground whenever I'm backing down my slope, and like I said, I'm just always afraid I'm going to scrape, which luckily I have not done that yet. So anyway, so I've been getting some questions about where's Justin and you know, where's your help and things like that. So this year I am running solo for the most part. On this sod job that we're doing today, I do have help from my aunt and my uncle, but pretty much everything else that I'm doing, I'm just kind of running solo. And it's not a knock on Justin at all. He was a great employee, one of the hardest working guys I've ever had. Showed up every day, didn't complain at all. I really did not want to see him go, but you know, it was just, you know, for a lot of different factors that I'm not going to get into. It was just kind of that time, and you know, it's just one of those things. So like I said, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to tell every little nook and cranny about my life or Justin's life or anything like that. It's not fair to him, and it's just not stuff that I want to get into anymore. So so yeah, we're running solo. That's basically it. So that's what we're doing. We're running solo. We're doing the mowing. We're doing the irrigation. I do have this sod job today, obviously, but I don't plan on doing a whole lot of landscaping or anything like that in the future, because it just takes up a lot of time, and time is just not what I have. So so I'm just going to stick with kind of what I do best and what I can get done by myself, and that's just kind of the way we're going to roll for a while. And not to say that I won't hire nobody in the future or anything like that, but for right now, I really like where I'm at. I'm comfortable where I'm at. I got just enough to keep me busy through the week, and that's what I'm happy with. So I've already turned down a few jobs this year, landscape jobs. I turned down a pretty big cleanup. Probably would have been somewhere between 9, 10, 11,000. Because it was a really big cleanup, and they also wanted like a retaining wall in the back and things like that. So so yeah, you know, just one of those things. If you can't get it done, then you can't get it done. So that would have just taken up way too much time for me, especially running solo this year. So anyway, we just pulled up to the first property. We gotta get it done. one there is pretty easy peasy. That's actually one of my longest standing customers. I think I've had that customer for, I don't know, 5-6 years, something like that. So, you know, definitely not like a big yard or anything like that. I know me and Justin, we used to be able to kind of knock that one out in like 10 minutes. Probably takes me double that now, just because I'm kind of old and fat and out of shape, and I don't move quite as fast as Justin does. So it just kind of is what it is. But yeah, so we do, you know, obviously we mow that one every week. We do a cleanup for her every spring, cleanup for her in the fall. We've done a couple other little small projects for her, and really nice lady, and obviously she likes our service because we've been with her, or she's been with us for quite a while. So those are the ones that I really like. I'll do anything for those people. So anyway, we got about an hour or so left before the sod comes. So the next one we're gonna go do is one that it's probably one of the better looking ones that I have. It's still not a big yard or anything like that. Most of my yards aren't very big, but we did a overseed job on her last year, and it came out really good. And then she's got somebody spraying you know, weed control and fertilizer. And I talked to her a couple weeks ago, and she was like, yeah, so-and-so came by and did the, you know, did the fertilizing and whatever. And last week when I went to go mow it, it was so thick. It was so thick. My first thought was like they literally injected like steroids in every single grass blade, because it was just thick. I ended up mowing the front at like 4 1/4, which I'm usually like around 3 1/2, 3 3/4 on this yard. I just couldn't go any lower without it making a mess. So today I brought the side bagger, and we're gonna try to get it back down to at least 4, maybe 3 3/4, just kind of depending on how, you know, just kind of how thick it is this week. And I'm actually mowing it a day early this week too, to try to get, I just need to get it to where you know, the height that we want it, and then I can kind of maintain it from there. But it's just kind of been really tall every time we go and mow, and I just, you know, I don't want to knock off too much at one time, and you know, all that type of stuff. So anyway, this would be a good chance to test out the side bagger on the Hustler, which I've used it a few times now, and it works really good. Obviously it just doesn't hold a whole lot, so I've just been using it for you know, kind of, you mow, you got some, you know, little clumps here and there because the grass is wet or it's thick or whatever, and then you just take the side bagger and just kind of raise it up like half a notch, half an inch, and go over it, and it kind of just cleans it up, and you don't collect a whole lot of grass. But this one here, we're going to collect some grass. Okay, so I just pulled up to this property we're getting ready to mow, but I just got a call from the sod shop, and they're going to be delivering the sod here pretty soon. So I'm gonna have to go over there because I want to make sure it gets delivered where I want it. And yeah, because that would be bad if they put it on the wrong address or something, and I don't have a way to move pallets of sod. So anyway, we're gonna have to detour and go over there. So I guess next thing you'll see is the sod job. So we got the sod job done. I'm pretty worn out, but I got a few more yards to get done. So we're gonna go back to the one where we were just previously at, and we're gonna bag it. We're gonna try to get it down to a good little height to where we can maintain it from week to week, and let's do it. So got that one done. That yard that's definitely one of my better yards. Probably, well, not even probably, that is my best yard. After we overseeded it last year, it just came in so well, and the grass is just super thick. Now on the front, when I was showing that, you know, some might say that it didn't stripe very well, but one thing to consider is, excuse me, about to sneeze. So one thing to consider is the last time I mowed this in that direction was with the 60. So basically you're going over 60-inch stripes with a 52-inch stripe. And so there's like a, you know, it just never comes out, you know, the way you want it to. But I mowed it with the 60 that week, but I'll be mowing it with the 52 here regularly. So usually I go kind of the way I just did, and then I'll go the opposite way, and then I'll also go a diagonal way. That's just kind of the way I do this yard. And in the backyard here, it was kind of the same thing. The last time I mowed it in that direction was with the 60, so the stripes didn't show up very well. Although I didn't have the camera, you know, for stripes on the backyard, I needed the camera on the other side. That's one thing I always mess up with on the front yard is, you know, I'll park my truck right here on the curb, and I usually just set the camera on the truck or something. Well, the stripes don't show up very well that way, so you kind of have to come from the other way. Anyway, yeah, got her done. You know, I mowed everything at 4 inches. I was taking off quite a bit, especially in the front. The back I mowed at 4 inches last week. The front I mowed at 4 1/4. But I don't think we got quite the growth as we did from week to week from the previous week. But anyway, I still went over it with the side bagger to clean it up, and I thought it did really well. Yeah, so on to the next one. just a little bit after 4 o'clock. So I got sod job done and 4 single properties by myself. So got all that done today. That's what it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but man, I'm a little tired today. Yesterday we did the prep for the sod work and tilted it all up and everything, got all the grass out of there. That took a while. And then today we laid it, and then I went and mowed, like I said, 4 singles, I think it was. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling it after yesterday and today. So yeah, like I said, it's a little bit after 4 o'clock. My son's track meet starts around 6, and it's about an hour away. So I got a few things I got to get done here real quick, and then I'm headed to Buhler, Kansas for a track meet. Buhler. That's what I think of every time I hear Buhler, Kansas. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to get this trailer unloaded and get on the road. So we will see y'all later.